Hello, Kate here. How are you today? I wanted to come in and maybe just do a quick note from the therapy room. I have been a psychotherapist for 30 years. I don't know if you guys know that, but that is the case. And I have this week seen a couple of people really struggling with some communication within that couple, people that have been maybe together and married, partnered for quite a little bit of time, and they get into these dances, right? And it's just quite funny. I mean, I maybe shouldn't say that, but I am always so curious about how do they do the dance? When you come in and you see this behavior or this hasn't been done and you get that knee-jerk reaction or that burst of frustration or whatever it happens to be. So I thought maybe I would take a minute and just give you some simple tips to be able to break that pattern, because that's really what we want to see. We want to see this is a dance. This happens over and over and over. It's a pattern. There's a lot of unconscious kind of going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of. So how do we break the pattern? So here we go. A couple of tips. Number one, self-awareness. That's for you. That's not your partner's responsibility. That is for you. Having some self-awareness, noticing the feeling in the body, noticing the reaction, and stopping and taking a breath if you can, and asking yourself in your mind, what is this about for me? That's simple. And then you just notice what comes up. Maybe I'm frustrated. Maybe I'm feeling disconnection. Maybe I'm overwhelmed. Maybe I'm tired. I don't know what it will be, but something will come up. And then number two, I want you to identify, like literally put words on that feeling. Because when we do that, when you say to yourself, oh, I'm feeling disconnected, or oh, I'm feeling frustrated, oh, I'm feeling overwhelmed, when we can put language on something that's coming up in the body, we are literally making something conscious that was unconscious. And once we can have language on it, then our frontal cortex can come in and it can begin to work through it, make sense of it. Kind of everything can begin to self-regulate for a moment or two. So again, step two is identifying that feeling and putting words and language on that. And that's making the unconscious more conscious. And then number three, again, this is all you. Number three is asking yourself, okay, so what do I need here? And again, noticing what comes up. Do you need a hug? Do you need some validation? Do you need some connection? And it is typically the opposite of what's coming up. So if you're feeling disconnected, then you probably need some connection. If you're feeling unheard, then you probably need to be heard. If you're feeling dismissed, then you probably need some validation. So once you've figured out what this is about for you, then your job is to kind of go to your partner at some point, once things have calmed down a bit, and express, number one, what you are feeling, and number two, what you need. So for example, in that moment when you were on your phone, I had some expectation. I was just feeling really disconnected, and I would love if we could spend 5 or 10 minutes together. Or when I was in the car and I just got really scared because you were so close to that driver in front of me, I felt really scared. I felt like we were going to get into a wreck, and I just needed you to just back off and slow down and just take a breath for a moment, right? So what you're expressing your feeling and you're expressing a need. And then take a breath. That's it. Sometimes in these situations, less is more. Less explaining, less reaction, less rationalizing, less defending. If you guys can just take some space and you do that and she does that and he does that, and you can all take those 3 steps and kind of go through that process, come back together, express your feeling, express what you need. And I'm hoping, obviously, that your partner can hear that and take care of what you need in some way, then it's over, right? The dance is over. And that's a beautiful way to be able to have a little bit of a rupture, right? A little bit of some conflict, if you like. And then you work through it for yourself. And then you guys come back and do some kind of repair, some kind of connection. The other thing I want you to really know and really hear is your partner is not and will never be a mind reader. So unless you're actually expressing what you're feeling and what your need is, then it's unfair to expect that somehow your partner is going to magically read your mind. It is not going to happen. So I really want you to finally get that. I just want you to get that. Male, female, it doesn't matter. Your partner is and never will be a mind reader. So this is why this process is so important. So you can kind of get through these periods of a little bit of conflict in a mindful, compassionate way that takes care of yourself and hopefully kind of keeps connection with the partner. All right, that's it for me. That's it from the therapy room today. And I hope you have a great week. I hope you will use and practice these skills. These skills are a practice. You can't just listen to this and say, okay, that makes sense. You've got to literally practice, build a muscle, do the reps. And then if you have any questions, let me know. All right, so for me, I'm going to sign off. Until next time, take care.